Hey everyone, this is Scott from the Got to Grow podcast. Welcome to our Star Trek Discovery Season 2, Episode 4 Thoughts video. I just finished watching the 4th episode of the 2nd season of Star Trek Discovery, where we see a mysterious sphere threaten the USS Discovery, even as May, in her original form, implements a plan that puts Tilly's life in danger. Saru and Burnham's bond grows when Saru is forced to acknowledge a deeply unsettling Kepling truth, and Pike receives new intel on Spock from a loyal friend. So yeah, this episode was pretty okay. This one felt very reminiscent of a very kind of classic Next Generation episode, or or even a Voyager episode, where they just encounter a new unknown thing that they gotta figure out what's going on. It seems like they're attacking. It seems like the sphere's attacking them at first, but then they learn a little bit more about it. I don't want to give away anything about this episode, like any spoilers for it, but I really enjoyed that this kind of felt like it was a very contained episode. Everything that happened in this episode generally just stayed to this, even though there was a few things like the Kelpian truth I mentioned that's definitely going to play into the future. The fact that they know they're still tracking Spock obviously does, and the fact that they got like 100,000 years in data somehow. So that all is going to obviously play into it, but I also like it because it feels like a bottle episode, is I think the expression, where it's like, it's just, you're introduced something in this episode and then they resolve it in this episode. So with this mysterious fear, that's just, like I said, it felt like one of those kind of classic Star Trek type episodes, or even just a general sci-fi where you just get this random sci-fi thing and they investigate it and they figure it out. And that's what I really liked. So I really enjoyed this episode for that, like I said, for this kind of bottle episode effect that it had. It was also cool that we got a new character introduced, Pike's number 1. I didn't quite catch her name and I meant to look it up before this, but that's kind of interesting that they're bringing in other characters into this season, but we still haven't gotten Spock yet. They're still trying to find Spock. But they brought in another character. I liked that actress. She has been in a few different TV shows that I really enjoyed, particularly The Librarians. And she's married to Jerry O'Connell, and I love that guy. Anyways, some other fun things about this episode. The Universal Translator gets broken at one point, which I thought was just a fun little bit that they went through. It does seem a little odd that everyone's mouth moves to a different language, apparently, when the Universal Translator doesn't work, but I'm not going to argue with it. It was still a fun little thing. The fact that Saru was all sick during this whole episode and having to still tough it out and get through this whole episode, I thought was pretty cool, especially since he's the only one who barely knows 90 languages, which I thought was a little bit more common, but I guess it wouldn't be if I had a universal translator. I wouldn't bother to learn another language either. But yeah, overall I really enjoyed this episode and the different aspects that we got from it. The classic kind of bottle episode that it was, the plot, meaning the plot, having to do with the plot. But yeah, I'm really interested to catch the next episode. But what did you all think of this in particular episode? Did you like it? Did you not? Sure, let me know in the comments below. Thanks again for joining me today. Have a good one.